Welcome on Asian Geopolitics. We are following up the latest development in the northern Yemen. As the Secretary of State Blinken has decided to remove the Houthi movement from the foreign list, we expected that probably this decision, this commitment from the new administration will bring de-escalation, will bring at least a cessation of hostilities. But actually, it's going to the opposite side due to the fact that the Houthi are leading let's say, two major offensive. One against Saudi Arabian territory, with on daily basis a new missile hitting the Saudi territory. On Wednesday, the Abia airport has been hit. I mean, a civilian plane has been ablaze and with no casualties, but the civilian plane has been damaged. And again, today, they try again to repeat such thing by targeting the Abia airport. And also on Saturday, the Saudi Arabian army garrison has been hit by the missile, but it has been foiled. The missile has been intercepted, as it is the case in many situations, by the Saudi Arabian army. But in addition, actually, to those attacks to the Saudi Arabian territory, the Houthi army also is attacking the Marib province. The Marib province lies 120 kilometers east of Sana'a. So what is interesting to keep in mind, it's like the Houthi movement does not control. It's the Marib province is the only province that the Houthi movement is still not controlling in the northern part of Yemen. So it's very strategic for the Houthi movement to control Marib due to the fact that it is a province rich in oil. And so when we know how the terrible financial situation of the Houthi movement, it is essential to, let's say, to capture, to seize all those the oil-rich Marib province, to exploit oil and to sell it and to gain some foreign currency. And that's the reason why the Houthi movement has launched such offensive. And due to the fact that Saudi Arabia is very, let's say, now scared of any military retaliation about this offensive, due to the fact that this new administration is much more critical of the stance on Saudi Arabia. So that's why now Saudi Arabia, unlike unlike the previous months, it does not retaliate now. And so let's say the Houthi is using this new opportunity, the fact that Saudi Arabia does not retaliate, to attack the Marib province. So what is exactly doing, and what is the military strategy of Houthi to seize Marib province? I mean, the Houthi have cut off supply lines to a district about 50 kilometers of the city, in order to lay the siege of Marib. I mean, it's exactly what the Houthi did in Taiz, if you know. I mean, they lay a siege around Taiz during years in order to seize Taiz. I mean, it's very cruel, strategy, but they expect it will be successful in order to capture those cities. So right now, the habitant of Marib, is really is not supply. The city of Marib is not supplied with goods, essential goods, due to this siege, and we will see whether this offensive will be quick, will be prompt, will be successful from the OC perspective, because they are really now they are really enjoying this lack of military retaliation of Saudi Arabia. So how we can explain? We will now just try to explain exactly how come the Houthi have decided to resume hostilities despite the engagement of the newly appointed U.S. Foreign Secretary Antony Blinken to remove Houthi from terrorist entities. It's a bit, it's really unexpected decision from the Houthi movement, but I see three reasons behind this resumption of hostilities. The first reason, is due to the fact that the Houthi is supplied with Iran. So probably Iran is using the Houthi movement just to gain some leverage on the United States to push the new administration to rejoin the nuclear deal, the JCPOA. And so by using the Houthis, they hope that the Biden administration will make the choice to rejoin this nuclear deal. The second reason is that the Saudi Arabia is now not is much more weaker situation due to the fact that this new U.S. administration does not support Saudi Arabia as the previous one supported, and now they are very afraid of retaliating to Yemen, and causing, let's say, widespread condemnation from the U.S. administration. So that is the second reason. And the third reason about it is that the fact that the decision of Antony Blinken of removing the Houthi of the terrorist list will only enter into force on Tuesday 16th of February, while it has entered this decision of classifying as a terrorist on 19th of January. So we see during 4 weeks no importation of food could have made. So it means that the humanitarian situation has been worsening in the Yemen. So clearly this worsening situation clearly push Houthi now to retaliate. So that's why it has been a bit surprising that Antony Blinken did not remove the Houthi movement from the terrorist organization earlier to avoid this humanitarian situation. So we see probably those three reasons could explain, let's say, the resumption of hostilities. But we will continue to follow up the latest development in Yemen, because we can see that this conflict could derail into a wider conflict over the next days if those, for example, drones could hit strategic facilities in Saudi Arabia, like, for example, pipeline or like refinery.